an Unspoiled Network podcast.
This is Unscrupled, covering Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 6 finale, episodes 21 and 22, Two to Go and Grave. In these episodes, I did not get enough destruction, and I'm feeling blue-balled. Welcome to Unscrupled. So what's up, y'all? Who the fuck are you?
I'm Bitches. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Money, and together we are Bitches and Money. Yeah, we're getting so good at this. So, how'd you feel about these?
About okay. So when I first watched them, I was super tense because I didn't want Willow to fuck too much shit up, and she didn't fuck too much shit up, but I knew that was coming, so I was way more relaxed about it this time.
I wanted her to fuck a lot of shit up.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed that all of the fighting is between her and her friends.
Between this and the last two episodes of that show that shall not be named being all talking, I can imagine you're just gonna fly into a rage any second now and just smash the house.
I'm not in a rage. I'm just I'm on Willow's side here.
Okay.
I want some stakes. I want some casualties. I want, Tara is better than anyone else in this show.
Yeah.
And I want there to be an impact. And this really deprived me of that. I'm not even mad that Willow is talked down by Love or even by Xander. She didn't get to do anything other than kill Rask, who I don't really care about, you know?
Well, she did flay Warren, but
that was last talk. The high point should not come before the closing of the third to last episode.
That's fair.
So, yeah. So it wasn't bad. It's just I don't really feel like Willow has actually crossed any lines here.
Right. She did kill a person.
Two people.
Two persons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Rask count as a person?
I think so. I got the vibe that he is a very powerful warlock.
Okay. So yeah, she killed two people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
she fucked up the magic shop,
really
but it's
care.
The magic shop gets fucked up all the time.
Yeah, and I'm sure Anya is insured this way and that, so she's going to get herself a nice little check and maybe employ Xander for some carpentry work.
Maybe. It's just...
They could work out a deal.
Yeah, it's... How do I explain this? I wanted some damage. I wanted the town to feel what she feels.
Mm-hmm. You wanted apocalypse stuff. You wanted to see burning palm trees and terror in the streets and her floating while crackling lightning and pushing over houses and
reopen the fucking hellmouth. You know how to do it.
Reopening a hellmouth. Yeah, all the things that mean that Willow is angry. But no, we get her running around being high on magic and making fun of herself and saying how much she hates herself and really kind of being a snotty little bitch.
Yeah, and I don't buy the show's thing that, well, she killed a person who deserved it, but still she killed a human being, so she's crossed the line. And I don't buy that. It's not been true at this time, you know? This was frustrating about fucking Batman. Yeah, I'm already angry at you for, instead of using your billions to put people to work and give them health coverage, you're going outside and punching with your feelings, but then you also refuse to kill people who are the world would be better off without. You just can't do anything well. And there's all this fucking angst. I don't do that. I'm not a killer. Shut the fuck up.
All right. Tell us how you really feel.
Also, a lot of those people are dead. Like, they have massive head wounds. Unconsciousness is a sign of brain damage.
That's fair. Yeah. Oh, man, Magic Mountain owes me money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to Buffy. Okay, so...
How do we want to tackle this?
Characters?
I mean, they all seem to be... Other than Spike, they all seem to be at the same spot, doing the same thing.
A lot of the same thing. So, do we want to... Let's talk about Spike last.
Okay.
Because Spike got the last scene in the last episode.
Uh-huh.
Which is, significant.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so then we're going to go chronological, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
We come into these with Willow fucking shit up, kind of.
Yeah. It's, I think she goes to the... First, she fucks up Xander's car.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so she plays Warren, decides that there's 2 more to go, and they, leap to the obvious conclusion that it's Andrew and Jonathan. And then she bails to go kill him. And yes, she absolutely fucks up Xander's car, which is a low blow, man.
We talked about it briefly, and I listened to our last episode on this in the car the other day, and I'm like, you know how we talked about how she hasn't dealt with the body?
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with the body is something humans do, and these are concerns of the material world, and Willow is beyond that at this point.
Yeah.
The damage to Xander's car it's none of that matters right now. What matters is getting her vengeance.
Right.
So
all these paltry human concerns.
Right. So the damage to her friendship with Xander doesn't matter. Like the body count left in her wake doesn't matter. The human grieving rituals don't matter. None of this is important.
Only her pain.
Exactly. So that's why it's a lot more believable to me. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, I've totally been there.
So she fucks up Xander's car and heads for the jail. And Buffy tears off on foot.
And Anya teleports there, and Xander's left to jog behind.
Yeah.
Poor Xander. Why are you here, you useless thing?
Yeah, he turned out to be kind of useful.
Yeah, I know. But this entire pair of episodes, I kept saying, Xander, why are you so useless? To the point where when he said it later, my girlfriend was, happy he finally caught on.
Right.
And so, yeah, I'm just going to keep doing it until he has a point. But also, while all of this is going on, Dawn is being babysat by Clem.
Oh, Clem. You have graduated to the best character here now that Tara is dead.
Yeah, Clem's kind of sweet.
Yeah, Clem is... We don't deserve Clem.
No one does. Anyway, so Dawn manages to con Clem into taking her to see Rask, Willow's old dealer. Gotta say, Clem, worst babysitting job ever.
I mean, this is the sister of the Slayer.
Yeah, so you want to keep her away from dangerous magical drug lords.
You also don't want her to lie and say that he made a pass at her or something.
Yeah, I think they both weigh the same, actually.
What do you mean?
So Buffy would automatically, question that.
He doesn't
from
know that.
Dawn.
He doesn't know that.
That's fair. But, yeah, 14-year-old girl being truthful versus magical drug dealer.
Right.
I'm gonna put all my eggs in the not that basket.
That's fair. Clem's kind of a weenie, but he is a sweetheart. And he wants to please. How many demons are...
Yeah, he just wants to help. But I'm saying, don't let him babysit for you.
Yeah.
And certainly don't let him...
Well, don't let Spike babysit for you either. What?
Who says I'm endorsing that shit?
It boggles my mind that this is even a...
Well, it boggled Dawn's mind, too, as we find out later.
Which was the most relatable part of this entire thing.
Oh, man, now it's going to sound different.
That's all right.
Oh, fine. You moved the mic, guys.
Yeah, I moved the mic onto the couch where there's more muffling.
Whatever. Anyway, so Dawn goes to see Rask while they all try to figure out where Willow's going to go first.
Yeah, and Willow gets there first, though.
Oh yeah, Willow totally gets to Rask first.
But
because she decides...
before she goes to Rask, we haven't even talked about the jail scene.
Oh yeah, okay.
So, so the two remaining chucklefucks are stuck in prison, and they're worried about everything, and Anya shows up.
Mm-hmm.
And Anya says, we need to get you out of here because Willow is coming for you. I don't know why Anya or Buffy or anyone has any sympathy for these two.
I think they're trying to save them so that they can perhaps preserve a bit of Willow's soul.
Mm.
Because killing the man who killed your lover, you can live with that. Killing two chucklefucks who happened to know him at the time? That's less so forgivable. I could see her torturing herself for a long time about that.
They kill a lot of vampires just for existing.
Yeah, but those are vampires who are actively trying to...
And these are young, privileged white men.
Who are actively trying to eat people. You're right. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that in this universe, those are two different things.
They haven't sold me. So, Anya shows up, and I really do. This is really good use of your Anya.
Yes.
Talking with the sheriff, and she's like, something is coming that you are not capable of handling, so you need to trust me and let these two jackasses out of that goddamn cell.
And it goes about as well as it would in real life, but I feel her for trying.
Yeah, she gave it the college try.
Yeah, good job, Anya.
And then we have Willow starts taking out the bricks one by one.
Because she's methodical.
Yeah. I didn't think it was methodical. I think this is I am just gonna fuck with you for almost a whole minute while you just watch the wall crumble, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's fun to make you wait for death.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Buffy manages to get to the sheriff and to the sheriff's office, rip open the bars while Willow's fucked up some people in the parking lot.
Yeah.
But they're cops, I don't care.
Yeah.
So, and she was nice. She spared them all.
Yeah, she's not trying to just wantonly murder everything in her wake. She's just giving those head wounds, like Batman. Yep.
So, she does fuck up a couple cars.
Yeah, but as you said, in grief, property damage means nothing.
Exactly. So this ends with, I don't know how the fuck Xander got here or got a police car, but it ends with Xander driving and Buffy in the passenger seat and the two jackasses in the back, and they're being chased by Willow standing astride an 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
This was really awesome, but, could you not have spent that budget on her fucking up more of the town?
I don't know. The thing where she was riding the 18-wheeler like a dragon out of hell was amazing.
That was awesome, but I
love everything about it.
But it wasn't enough. I wanted it to build on that.
They didn't have the budget for that with all the special effects and bad black lipstick they had her wearing.
Yeah. So, this doesn't work because Willow's starting to burn out.
Yeah. She's losing gas, guys. She's gotta get some mojo back.
And I see the change in her. She literally does not care that Xander and Buffy are there. She is over the edge.
Yep. Collateral damage is not being accounted for.
Mm-hmm. Nope. So the poor truck driver. This poor truck driver. He's the only one in this thing I feel bad for.
Yeah, his rig's probably trashed, man.
So that's when we can cut to Dawn finding Rask, and I don't know why they're going there.
Dawn goes to Rask because she thinks maybe she can convince Rask to stop Willow. Or talk Willow down, or whatever you do with magic junkies. She's like, he's got more experience, maybe he knows a thing. Let's just try. Because, I respect that, Dawn. You're showing spunk. Now get the fuck away from that asshole.
Yep. So, yeah. So Dawn shows up at Rask's secret lair to find him hanging upside down and drained.
Well, yeah, because Willow showed up a little bit earlier, and, he discovered that she still tastes like strawberries, and she discovered that she likes murdering and draining people like a vampire for magic.
I get that Willow needs to recharge, but I can't help but think that was not very classy of her.
Oh God, no, it's not classy.
And yeah, this is why I think this is why I really wanted Rask to give her a heads up. In that, like, I don't know, I wanted her to show up to Rask and says, "Hey, you need a recharge? This one's free because you got something going down." Like, I wanted Rask to be the standout drug dealer, you know.
But he's obviously not.
I don't agree. He's very clear about what he gives and what he wants in return. And he doesn't, like, he could probably do a lot more and take a lot more, but he doesn't.
Because if you do that, the well dries up. You can't continue to fleece a dead person.
I'm not convinced. Anyway, he's still, like, I don't think Rask is a bad guy here. I don't think he's a good guy, but we have yet to see him do anything that is in any way non-consensual or devious.
He's a creeper, and I hate him.
Oh, sure, I hate him too, but I think, like, I hate him the way I hate Varys, you know?
Okay. So, anyway, yeah, Willow sucks all of his magic out, and it's quite the rush. And then she leaves him hanging from the ceiling with a hole in his chest.
Yeah, so Rask is gone. You know who didn't show up?
Who?
Amy. I thought for sure she'd be draining Amy.
Ooh, that'd be some good magic.
I'm shocked. Like, I thought that they left that thread dangling, and Amy deserved it. I don't know that she deserved death, but she deserved something.
Hot smack.
Yeah, because fuck Amy.
What did Amy do that pissed you off so much?
Oh, she gave Willow some magic and got her high.
Oh,
she was trying to detox.
Against her will. Yeah, that's not fucking fair.
That is not okay.
Yeah, she deserves a couple smacks for that.
Yep. So, yeah, and now Willow is unstoppable, and I couldn't tell if they were trying to, like, this is Willow's dark side, or this is something in possession of Willow that she has let take over.
I've always been of the opinion that this is what's inside of Willow, and she let it take over.
Okay, but it's not another sentient being.
There's nothing riding her like a horse right now.
Okay, I was a little unclear of that.
I feel ya, but I've done.
And then
you've seen all of Dark Willow as there is for this part, and yeah.
Is that an official name, Dark Willow?
Yeah, that's her official name. That's Dark Willow.
Okay. And then she starts talking to Dawn like she's about to drain Dawn, and I'm like, oh, you see how I think this is building up to something fucking insane?
Yeah, she's gonna turn Dawn into the key and then eat her.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay, I don't like Dawn. That would suck, and that would also make Willow a proper big bad of this season.
Yeah, and all of her criticisms of Dawn were completely on point.
Yes.
It's like, wow, we do all think that. Mm-hmm. You annoying little shit.
But then Buffy shows up.
Yeah, and does fuck all, really.
Yeah, it's not...
She just tries to give her the standard 1980s dramatic speech about, there's so much to live for, turn back to the light, Willow! And Willow's like, bitch, who you think you're talking to?
Yeah.
I brought you back from the dead, and you told me you'd rather be dead.
I really like Dark Willow for just digging right into that well of shit you're not supposed to ever bring up.
Yeah, and just saying the things that you don't say.
Right.
You don't say those things.
So, I forget how they get to the magic shop after this.
Oh, Willow portals them there, and it fucks up
right.
Buffy and Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Anya and Xander are already there.
Chillin'.
Along with the Chucklefucks.
Hey, Chucklefucks.
Who have gotten themselves a couple of swords. I don't remember where they got them from.
Oh, they were gonna try and run away because when Willow tried to magic them, it kept fading around them because Anya was casting a spell.
Right. I didn't know
So
Anya
they
could
were-
do magic.
Anya's a vengeance demon. Of course she can do magic.
I figured human magic works differently than demon magic.
Who says that was a human spell?
Why do we have a book of vengeance demon... justice demon magic?
Because she's a justice demon. Why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she
that's
have
fair.
a couple of those in stock?
So, yeah, Anya has decided to cast a protection spell. And, nothing she's doing is working. So she decides to give herself strength and just tear them apart with her hands, which I was like, please, yes, please.
At least rough them up.
Yeah.
I really wanted her to throw them across something.
Yeah. I wanted at least one of them to die.
Well, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. Anyway, so, I don't know what Buffy and Dawn are doing while all this is going on.
Let's see. Dawn ran off with the Chucklefucks and Xander, and Buffy stayed to fight Willow while Anya chanted. And then Willow found Anya, choked her out, and then Buffy couldn't really fight much anymore because Willow had all her magics.
Right.
And after that, I don't know.
We get someone showing up at the door.
Which door?
The front door.
Of what?
The magic shop.
Okay. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah.
Why can't you stay gone, Giles?
So Money's not pleased by this. That sound he just made is nothing compared to the groan he unleashed when we saw Giles walk through that door.
Oh my god, I am so done with Giles. And it's not that he's a bad character, it's just the show is about these characters becoming adults and juggling being the Scooby Gang and doing the adulting. And if Giles comes in to make all these important decisions and save their ass all the time, there's no maturity happening.
Yeah.
So, and also they gave him magic for some strange reason.
Well, he showed up prepared. Giles always does.
I know. But
that part's not out of character.
But they gave... I've never, borrowed magic is a new thing in this episode. That you can just lend someone your power.
Well, no. They established it during the drug episodes.
I thought that was just him casting spells on them.
No. That was them riding the wave of him casting other kinds of spells. That's why he keeps, summoning demons and shit.
Alright, whatever. Giles comes in, and he knows all these spells, and he's incredibly accurate with them. And, I saw something great on Facebook today. It was let's have a world where wizards trust magic as much as developers trust software.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of...
It's I'm not using that teleportation device. Do you think... I don't even think this guy's even read the basics of teleportation.
Yeah, so there's some of that in Discworld.
Is there?
Not as much as you want, but there's some of it. All the wizards are inept. None of them trust each other.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so back to Buffy. Yeah, Giles comes in to save the day, and that ends our episode. I tell you, when we watched it the first time, there was howling. Oh my goodness, howling. Because, yeah, someone's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, and I'm okay, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, are they bringing Giles back to kill him?
Okay.
But I knew they didn't have the stones to do it.
Okay. So, that brings us to second episode. And I'm going to ask for a little break for a second because I need a drink of water.
Okay. So tell me something, bitches.
Yes.
Who is the Coven?
There's a coven up north in central
Has
California.
this been mentioned before?
Various covens have been mentioned, but they haven't specified where those covens live. But if there was going to be a coven, it's totally going to be in Central California.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if, because Giles said he got the magic power from them, and I'm like, okay, what is this institution that he's getting assistance from?
There are various covens, around. He just picked the one he was friends with.
Okay.
And, yeah, that's.
And clearly he teleported.
Yeah. Well, if you've got an entire coven's worth of power, you can do kind of.
But he had to get from the UK to Central California.
Well, Willow's been on a rampage for 2 days, so he could have.
Has she? I've only felt 1 day.
Well,
because Tara died that 1 day, and it never got dark before she.
She flayed Warren.
Yeah, it got dark once.
I don't know. It feels like she's been on this bender for 2 days. But point being, he's had enough time to get a red eye.
Yeah. Okay.
So he could have. In fact, I'm not even certain if my area is right for that coven. But he probably did teleport the last bit to Sunnydale.
Mm-hmm. Because
he can do that shit right now.
Yeah. And it's another just introducing things at the very end. And it's just... Oh, he's borrowed a bunch of magic, and also he's really good at it, so...
Well, I bet he borrowed their knowledge as well.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a fight between him and Willow going on.
Yeah, and he holds his own for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then she whoops his ass.
Meanwhile, Xander and Dawn and the two remaining Chucklefucks.
Yes.
That would be a good chapter title for a really weird book.
The two remaining Chucklefucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you read Cold Mountain?
No.
He does this weird thing where he'll just, a random out-of-context string of words from the chapter will be the chapter title.
Huh.
And, there's one, I remember distinctly, there was a chapter called The Doing of It.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think he let his cat decide?
What? I don't know.
Here, point to a place on this page, kitty.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of kitties, you guys should be in the Unspoiled Patrons Only group, because today Natasha found a kitten who adopted her.
It's true, you guys.
It's adorable. She just ran up to her and she's like, "Yep, you're my mommy now." She was out for a walk, and she's walking, and this cat is just following her.
It imprinted. Wow.
Yeah. Just out of the blue, this kitten is like, "Oh."
I cannot wait to hear the adventures of this cat.
Yeah. Although they've had some bad luck with cats, so.
Well, I won't get my hopes up then. Maybe it's a supervillain. That could be fun too.
Well, the bad luck is that one of their cats pees on everything. So.
Oh, that is a supervillain. They've already got one. There can only be one in this town.
Yeah.
So back to Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Giles and Willow are fucking shit up to each other. Mm-hmm. Mostly the magic box is getting fucked up. That's the most damage we've seen this whole time. Xander and the Chucklefucks and Dawn are running aimlessly, and Dawn keeps being like, "Where are we going?" And Xander keeps going, "I don't fucking know. Jesus Christ, what do you want from me?" And Dawn's like, "You're so fucking useless." And he's like, "I know."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, you saying that you're useless isn't helping anything. Make a decision, man." But poor Xander doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He can't, steal a car or anything and just drive the fuck away, or go to someone's house, or go to the burnt-out high school where everyone else hides.
Yeah. And Giles finally gets off a binding spell that puts this glowing green donut around Willow's waist with her hands at her sides.
Yeah, knocks her out pretty good, too.
So yeah, and then instead of doing anything, I fully expected him to just pull out a gun and shoot her in the head.
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like that's what would be required of him.
Hardcore Giles from last season, where he was willing to kill a young doctor in order to stop a god, is not here today, and instead he leaves Willow pretty much unattended and goes in back to have a heart-to-heart with Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
Which, granted, Buffy sorely needs.
Yeah.
She has to tell him some shit. Which I think he had the best possible reaction to. But the fuck, Giles? Like, bring her along, get a leash, do something.
I don't know what his game plan was. That spell can't last forever. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
If you had a game plan for how to get Willow out of this without, well, I think they had. He mentioned something that there's a way they can extract the magic.
Yeah, that the Coven was researching some shit, and they were almost ready to call him with whatever recipe he needs to extract the magic without killing Willow.
Yeah, I still wouldn't leave her alone in the room.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, she could be in the training montage room while you and Buffy cry.
Yeah. So Buffy and Giles are having a heart-to-heart, but Willow is talking to Anya.
Yeah.
What did she say that convinced Anya? Because I didn't catch it.
Oh, she pretty much just used Jedi mind tricks. You don't want to call out to your friends, Anya. You want to come over here and free me. And Anya's like, no, I don't. And she walks over. It's like, yeah, you do, sweetie. It's cool. And then Anya's like, but I don't know how. And then Willow's like, but I do. Just do what I say. It's going to be fine. And then Anya does it because Jedi mind trick. I can't fault her for that. And she even says to Giles, Willow used some weird brain power on me and I had to do what she said. And Giles is like, shit, yeah, that's totally a thing.
I feel like it would be a much more in character for both of them. For Anya to let her go and say, leave Buffy alone. Leave Giles alone. Your vengeance belongs this way.
Yeah.
Towards the Chuckle Fox. That I could see, because she is a justice demon. And she's her job in the universe is to make justice happen.
But is this justice?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're rapey little motherfuckers who killed a girl.
They didn't kill the girl.
They were complicit.
They were present.
They got rid of the body. They tried to frame Buffy for it.
They did do those things. You're right. And they are rapey little chuckle fucks. But does that mean they deserve to die?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've seen so many innocent people get killed, and we've seen so many, demons get killed for so much less.
Okay.
That I'm sorry, as attached as I am to Jonathan and his origin story, this is not... I have no sympathy for these two at all.
Okay.
And Willow has earned her vengeance.
All right. That's fair.
And you know what? I think the world would be a better place if she left Sunnydale a smoking crater.
Probably, yeah.
Salt the earth.
Sunnydale's the worst.
I don't... Let's destroy this fucking town. Just let off a nuke. Nothing good has ever come from here. Except for Cordelia, and she's not even there anymore.
Yeah, the best things leave. Except for Giles. He keeps coming back.
God, Giles. This is the third time his ass has come back for no reason.
And for once, Anya's glad to see him.
Yeah. So, she breaks out and fucks up Giles and nearly kills him.
Nearly.
And I knew it wasn't going to kill Giles. At this point, I was looking at the time, and I'm like, we're halfway through the second episode here. I'm not going to get my satisfying Willow fucking shit up moment. I don't think you have the balls to kill someone who formerly was a main character.
Okay.
So, yeah, I just wasn't invested in it at this point, because it's okay, so we're going to come down to the last 7 minutes of the show again, and you're going to... the tide is going to turn towards our heroes.
Yeah, not through any well-laid plan, but no, the worst trope ever.
Yeah.
The healing power of love.
Mm-hmm. So, and then she does this thing like, well, I'm going to send this fireball after these fuckers, and it's going to destroy anything nearby and anyone nearby, so you better hope that no one you care about is nearby.
That's pretty decent, and it does get Buffy to bail so that she can have her WrestleMania with Giles there. Mm-hmm. What got me, though, was when she sucks out all Giles's borrowed power, and is like filled with a different kind of magic. Oh my god, it's so wonderful, blah blah blah, pure, vegan energy. She then feels connected to everyone on the planet, and I like the reaction. I love this. Oh, you poor bastards, I have to help. And how do you help when you're Willow? You kill us all. I
can't.
Oh God, Willow.
There's too much
right.
pain in the world, and I could see. I could totally see this. Willow feels everything and decides, you know what? It's not worth it.
It's not.
It comes down on the red side of the ledger.
Yeah. So let's just wipe this slate clean. There doesn't have to be pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you a world without pain.
Yep.
Yeah.
A world without anything. And so Willow trudges off to do this next task of hers. Meanwhile, Buffy goes chasing this fireball.
Yeah, Buffy finished chasing the fireball and is now snuggling with Dawn deep in that crypt.
Yeah. So this fireball blows a hole and finds an underground network of tunnels where there's a bunch of coffins just sitting here.
Sitting around.
Do you think gravediggers are like, there's this tunnels, we only need to dig 3 feet, and you just drop the coffin in there?
Yeah, and then just
How do they put the dirt back on with...
I couldn't say.
Yeah. So...
But yeah, Buffy and Dawn have to have a heart-to-heart, and I'm not even sure what it was about. There was some kind of fight.
It's about Dawn saying, I'm not a little girl anymore. I can take care of myself. You're shielding me is not helping.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, you're trying to shield me from danger, but you end up just trying to shield me from everything.
Mm.
And that's not working for me. So, yeah, and she's real mad about being potentially left with Spike.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm actually kind of feeling Dawn's argument. Plus, they have the two swords and they start fighting.
Well, like you do. And Dawn, surprisingly, doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she says, I'm going to watch you. And there's, I want to refer to another character in the Dresden Files that when I heard her say something similar, I kind of pumped my fist and may have punched the roof of my truck. Because it was so awesome. But I can't because I'm still holding out hope that you'll someday get into Dresden Files again. So...
I was never in them to start. I tried 3 books. It doesn't work for me. I'll try one more for you. But if he can't pull it out during this 4th book, in fact, you can pick whichever book you want me to read.
I think I'm going to make you read the 3rd one because you clearly haven't read it. So
I fucking read it. I don't remember it because it sucked. Anyway, so yeah, Buffy decides to go spend some time with Giles because he's probably dying. And Dawn, I don't even care what Dawn does. But Willow has apparently found some long-buried satanic temple. Yeah, I had to look this up on the Buffyverse wiki, guys, because I couldn't remember what the fuck she was doing.
She said she's going to the temple on the mountain, and they're like, there's no temple on the mountain. And Anya's like, yo, there was.
Yeah.
It got buried in the sand when they were trying to end the world.
Yeah.
So she's just going to pull it out. So she pulls out this giant steeple that has a statue of a death goddess chained to it.
Like you do.
And starts doing the resurrection thing. But Xander is the only one who followed her there.
Yeah, because he's following on foot guy.
Buffy and Dawn did not, they're still in the hole fighting the things. She didn't go to snuggle with Giles. That was Anya.
Let's see. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so Anya is having a heart-to-heart with Giles, and Giles is like, I'm dying very slowly.
A lot. So much dying.
Yeah. So that's when we get Xander finally not being useless, where he stands in her way.
Yeah, he's not going to let her
And she's like, get the fuck out of the way. And he's like, well, the world's ending. I want to spend it with you. Like, you're my best friend.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I'll be here. Why the fuck not?
And, yeah, that worked. And honestly, I'm not mad.
I'm not really mad either.
Like, of all the, like, don't end the world speeches, I think that might be my favorite.
Yeah, and because it wasn't a don't end the world speech, but it also, like, it got, this is how you take down Willow, and I thought for sure there's no way Willow survives this. But making Willow lean in and actually process her grief instead of just, like, she's still at the anger stage.
Yeah, he had to shove her right into, like...
She's doing the stages all out of order, but...
Yeah. Well, she did bargaining, she did anger, she did...
Bargaining, like... Denial was over fast.
Yeah.
Bargaining was with the
with Osiris.
Anger was her trying to blow everything up. That lasted a while. She had a very brief depression where she's like, I'm just going to destroy the whole world and there will be no more pain.
Yeah.
But finally he pulls her over the line into acceptance where she like actually starts to feel and start to cry, and it makes her black hair fade back to red.
Which is nice, because I was over Goth Willow.
Yeah, I was never into it, and I don't like the black hair being evil. Black hair looks good. Like,
yeah,
can you guys stop with the black is evil shit?
Yeah, I'd prefer that if black could stop being evil. I can hear Rashawn from here going, yeah, bitches! But luckily, that's my name.
Yeah, I don't know how Rashawn feels about the color schemes of evil. We should have that conversation at some point.
It'd be interesting. Mm-hmm. We know other black people, but not ones on podcasts.
No. Yeah. We don't. Well, I know a couple.
Okay, you do. Well, you have a bigger social life than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of do my thing on this show and pretend that it's not real.
But I would love to have a conversation about, like, the whole black and white color shortcuts that TV people and movie people take.
Yeah.
And how people of color feel about that. I don't want to project any opinions onto them.
I have heard some people of color say that it really fucking bothers them. I've heard other people of color say that they don't fucking give a shit. Mm-hmm. So I think it's probably a personal thing, but that's just me, talking out my ass. My white, fuzzy ass.
The only redeeming thing about The Great Gatsby is how Daisy loves white, and normally you're like, white, she's so pure and innocent. No, it's because she lacks substance. She's fucking stupid.
Wow, symbolism. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm pretty damn sure that Fitzgerald was really did intend that to be a thing.
Okay.
So
I can't remember anything about the book. I've read it twice. Nothing stuck.
You know why? Because nothing fucking happens. Because rich people are boring.
Oh my god, they're so boring.
No shit.
Wow.
So, yeah, their idea of a fun night on the town is to drive into Manhattan and rent 5 hotel rooms so that they can all take a bath. And I'm like, you have so much money, and this is what you choose to do with it.
You could take a bath in your house. You could just wait a half an hour till Mom's done.
Yeah. You
don't even have to scrub it out. There's a maid.
Also, their mom doesn't live with them, so...
Fuck them all, okay? Anyway, so, back to Buffy. Yeah, Xander does the thing where he's like, hey, okay, you're gonna end the world. End me first. I'm here. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
End me first. No, to my face. Do it, bitch.
He's kind of earned to go out first. Like,
seriously.
Yeah.
Like, he's the only one that doesn't get superpowers. Like, of everyone. Of fucking everyone. He doesn't have anything except for the ability to build a box.
Yeah. Which is the most marketable skill.
That's fair. I mean, he's making good money. But he can't fight demons and shit. So yeah, he does deserve it. He's been through some shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, it works and they cry. But throughout all this, sprinkled in like pieces of nougat when you're not looking for it, was these images of Spike going through some kind of trials.
Yeah, he's beating the shit out of demons and killing them, and we only see the first one.
Well, we see that one, but we also see the trial where he has to let beetles up his nose.
Oh, that's right. That was really gross.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's
also, you're ripping off the Mummy. Like, come on, guys.
It might predate the Mummy.
No, the Mummy was 99.
Okay, never mind. But anyway, so yeah, he's going through some things.
Yeah.
These are decent trials. They keep coming, man.
Yeah, and then finally he wins these trials and he says, all right, make me as I was so I can show Buffy. And the demon says, you are as you were, you have a soul.
Yeah, I return to you your soul. And then he lays a big whammy on him and like light shoots out his eyes and mouth and shit.
Yeah. So Spike has a soul. I kind of called that way the fuck back.
Oh yeah, you totally did.
And
it
I
was
thought
real
I
hard
was
to not say shit.
I thought I was wrong in like how they were going to do it was the chip.
My gaslighting is getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm the show. Yeah.
Yeah. The show helped, but like, yeah. But yeah, he got a soul. What do you think? What do you think that's about?
I think that's about him going to Angel's show and being in his alternate Scooby Gang.
Okay.
I don't see any, like, if he has a soul, he's going to feel even more guilt. So why would he ever go back to Sunnydale? Especially since the Scooby Gang is clearly going to want to put a stake in his heart at this point.
Okay, that's fair.
I just, like, if they didn't kill him here, if they have plans for him, the only place I can see it making sense for him to continue in the Buffyverse is in LA.
Okay. I guess we'll see.
So I'm betting that... Actually, I'm betting that he's going to show up in LA before the end of Angel.
Before the end... What?
Before the season finale of Angel, which we still haven't watched.
That's fair. We have.
So I think that's going to be like the teaser for next season. Because they like to do that. Like someone from the Buffyverse just showing up at the last 5 minutes or the last 5 seconds of an episode.
Yeah, they do like
It's happened a couple times with Oz and Buffy and Willow.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see next week.
All right, so this was the finale.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, guys. Like, I was super pumped, and this wasn't bad. It's just I wanted so much more destruction.
You had bigger expectations.
Yeah.
But remember, there's a whole nother season.
Yeah.
They have to have something.
But it's clear that Willow has come back from the brink.
Yeah. From the brink of...
So Willow as bad guy was something I really wanted. And it just... You got me so excited, especially from like... I felt it didn't deliver after she threatened Dawn. Because I was like, that is pushing it far. Where the fuck are you going with this? Oh, you're backpedaling.
Yeah.
So, what do we want to do? Do we want to do predictions?
I think so.
Okay.
What do you think next season's going to be like?
I think Faith is coming back.
Okay. What's Faith going to do?
I think she's going to rejoin the Scooby Gang.
Okay. Who's Faith going to fuck?
Anya.
All right.
No, not Anya. I don't know. Like, I just feel like they're not done with Faith. They specifically, especially since Eliza Dushku is one of those people that Joss is really attached to.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that they're done with her.
Okay. It's fair.
I think Anya's going to leave the show. I don't think there's going to be, like, I think she's going to go off and be a vengeance demon. And that's sort of her soft exit from the show.
Okay.
I think Xander and Willow and Buffy are going to be around because that's what they do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say I think Giles is back because they can't seem to quit him.
Okay.
I've already said I don't think Spike's coming back to Sunnydale. I think he's going to LA.
Okay. What about Dawn?
think Dawn's going to go to high school.
It's fair.
I think, yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. Dawn is going to, like... Have they rebuilt the school?
Have they?
I don't, like... What do they do? No, they can't have, because, like, we saw... At the end of season 5, we saw, like, it's still there in ruins. They haven't even bothered to clear it. So, okay, maybe she's going to high school, but it's not going to be a big deal. Mm-hmm. So, okay. I mean, she said she's 15, so she may be in high school already.
I suppose we'll find out. What do you think they're going to do for money? Is Buffy going to keep working at the Double Meat Palace?
I have a feeling that Buffy's going to take over the magic shop and work for Giles, because that'll give her time to train and also give her something to ground her.
And now that she's worked retail before, she's probably a lot better at not getting sidetracked, like the little twidget she was as a teenager.
Think Willow is going to spend a lot of time in like rehab and being mopey. I don't like. As much as I like cheery, carefree Willow, I don't want her to just bounce back from this. I want her to be changed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, as much as I like Willow, I wanted her to die. Just so that this show would have some fucking stakes.
Yeah, there needs to be a glimmer of sadness ever present in her demeanor.
I want them to have, I need them to have, like, a really good memorial service for Tara. Like, I need the show to acknowledge that this person is gone. And even though her actress never got first billing, that this is a missing piece. They did it kind of with Miss Carpenter.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you had that theory that it was Miss Carpenter's ghost who cast the spell on Angel again.
Yeah, I totally have that theory.
So,
well, she helped.
And on reflection, I think that's true. So,
because Willow and Miss Carpenter were close.
Yeah.
And Willow was using her computer. If I was a weird ghost that loved computers, I'd probably hang out near mine. And I think Miss Carpenter helped her find that floppy disk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to make an out there prediction.
Okay.
I think we're going to see the two Chuckle Fucks.
Yeah.
Again. But not on this show. On Angel.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if Cordelia would remember him.
What about Harmony? You think she'll ever come back?
No.
Okay.
I don't think she will. I think the show has forgotten about her.
Okay.
Also, I feel like her arc is kind of complete. Like, joining a multi-level marketing vampire.
Yeah, where do you go from that? I mean, really.
I don't see, Harmony was entertaining in being the inept leader of the vampires, but this is a satisfying conclusion for me.
Okay, that's fair. Let's see. Clem. Are we going to see Clem again?
I hope so. We don't deserve Clem.
Okay. He does still eat kittens.
No, they cuddle kittens. These are cuddle parties, remember?
Oh, of course they are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's yeah, and he's kind of thick, so he's got a lap that's he can fit 20 kittens there.
Yeah, he's got a 20 kittener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I can't blame him I don't blame the vampires either. They can't help it.
Well, I mean, I'm not getting into this. Okay. So those are our episodes, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you have to say? How did you feel about this the first time you saw it?
I felt relieved that Willow didn't end the world or kill anyone that might be on her conscience later.
Mm-hmm.
I thought perhaps she needed rehab and maybe she can go, I don't know, visit that coven or something. And I was happy Giles was back because I like Giles.
Okay.
But yeah,
I don't not like Giles. It's just a maturity of the show thing.
You have a thing where you're willing to let someone... You're not as attached to people and dynamics as other people are all the time.
Mm-hmm. It feels more satisfying to see the Scooby Gang being adults without the Giles safety net.
Yeah, but I don't like feeling scared all the time. I want Daddy to be there.
Okay. Yeah, so those are our episodes, guys. Hey, we're coming to the final season of Buffy.
Yeah, we are.
So, we've seen 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Should I rank them?
Ooh. Yeah, let's rank them now.
Okay. I am going to put on top, I have to say season 2.
Okay, who's your big bad for season 2?
Angel.
Okay.
That
was a compelling season.
Yeah. It also introduced us to Spike and Drusilla.
That's true.
Then I'm going to go with season 3.
My personal favorite.
All right. That's your favorite. Because
it has Spike, it has the Mayor and Faith, and I'm really into the Mayor and Faith.
Right. That was really good. And then I'm going to go with season 5.
Okay. Skipping right over the Riley.
Yeah. The Riley was kind of a dud.
Yeah.
You're not going to like this.
Okay.
But season 1 comes next.
No, that's fair.
Because, I know season 1 was fun.
Yeah.
Season
1 was better than season 4.
Yeah.
And better than season 6.
You think so?
In a lot of ways.
I think 4 and 6 are about even for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, both of them had highs and lows. But both of them, 6 got me, it probably would rank higher if it had delivered on the promise. I was never truly scared of Willow.
Okay.
There was never a point where I thought that someone innocent was in danger.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, totally makes sense.
The closest we get is Rask. And I'm not going to cry for him. I just thought he'd be, I was hoping for a little something about character development here.
Fine.
So, yeah. We have one more season of Buffy. And 2 more of Angel. Where, I'm going to be able to turn off my spoiler controls. Probably this year.
We're pretty close, dude.
So we've got 1 more week of Angel.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 22 weeks of an Angel and a Buffy. So that's 23 weeks. And then we have 1 final season of Angel, which is another 11 weeks. So 35 weeks. That's about, we should be finishing up around Christmas time.
Ooh, wow. Huh. Merry Christmas to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going
to I can finally watch all those videos they show me on, try to show me on YouTube. Is the 10 best Buffy moments. Buffy's 6 best boyfriends.
Oh.
Here's half an hour of Buffy being awesome. And I have to hide every single one of them.
Oh, honey. Yeah.
That's also where I got the Kate spoiler.
Ooh.
Where it was, 10 characters that just vanished without a trace.
And the picture is Kate.
The picture was Kate.
You're like, fuck!
Although I've seen her in a bunch of other shows, so I was like, well, maybe it's not her, but then...
But then it was. Yeah. She went upstairs and never came down again.
Yeah. All right, y'all. This has been an interesting season. Yeah. I think I gave it a lot of shit, and I think it turned out this is the first season where the sum of it is greater than the sum of its parts.
Ah, hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. That's solid progress.
Season 5 tried to be, but it didn't work because I couldn't take Glory seriously, and Buffy killing herself just didn't make sense to me, so it kind of misfired there.
Okay. Well, they tried for stakes, but
Uh-huh.
I think this is So as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the shows that shows the transition of the way narrative television works.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they really started with the Monster of the Week thing that had been so successful for like 30 fucking years. And then somewhere along the line, someone said, what if there was a story?
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly plot arcs happened.
Yeah.
And we're getting more and more of it. And I can really see the genesis of television in this show. And it really makes me excited.
That's why I made us start on Alias, because it was doing the same thing.
Okay.
This is also, like, you can feel that buying box sets of DVDs is now a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that, people might actually want to watch a whole bunch of these things instead of just watch reruns on various cable channels.
Yes.
So.
And the reruns were cut weird. Oh, man.
Yeah, they always were.
Yeah.
So. All right, guys, it is super hot because we live in LA, and this is a fucking sweaty-ass town. And we've got some shit to do tonight. So thank you for joining us. And we will see you in a couple weeks with Season 7, Episodes 1 and 2 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Woo!
Bye!
We'll see you next week with Angel. Bye!